increase in the prices of petroleum product looms across Cameroon. The International Monetary Fund is putting pressure on the government of Cameroon with regards to subsidies on petroleum products. We shall be talking that in this edition of the news. Ladies and gentlemen, you know Limbe very well, the seaside resort city in the Fako of the southwest region of Cameroon. Once the cleanest city in Cameroon, Limbe is now a shadow of itself. We shall be taking you to the dirtiest part of the city of Limbe in this edition of the newscast. Also, our renewable energy expert is urging African governments and heads of states to prioritize efforts to promote renewable and sustainable energy. He says the proper economic takeoff of African countries lies in this sector, which in most cases is underexploited. This and sports news will also be part of this edition of the newscast. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. You're welcome to the primetime newscast on Equinoxe television. We're live from Douala, Cameroon's economic capital city, Equinoxe Central News Desk. We begin with our top story. Limbe was once the cleanest city in Cameroon, but today parts of Limbe leaves a disturbing image, and to lovers of the seaside resort city of Limbe in the Malfo market in Limbe, huge garbage are abandoned, and traders say that it is adversely affecting economic activities. Buyers no longer come, although also responsible for the disposal of waste in that part of the southwest region of Cameroon. The company in charge of waste collection says that insecurity is the cause of the huge waste abandoned in parts of Limbe. We'll take you first to Limbe with Davis in my mind, the following report.
In an economy battered by the Anglophone crisis and the COVID-19 pandemic, business persons at the Malfo Bonadikobo market in Limbe, Fako division of the southwest region, fight to push dirt every moment just to find where they can place their goods. Some market users, notably those with petty businesses, besides the huge pile of dead sea, the pungent odor emanating from the trash is unbearable. The people are begging the powers that be to clean the area.
So one begging they can't move this because they sit on too much. Maybe every country we see what to the place, make the place clean, or maybe they go find a different place or market which not sell because you wanna see.
Sources say the abandonment of the refuge in the area is due to threat to the life of workers of the garbage disposal company by alleged separatists.
That was Davis Maimo from the seaside resort city of Limbe in the Fako of the southwest region of Cameroon. We shall be coming back to other stories from Limbe in the course of this newscast, but as we told you at the start of the news, fears are high in Cameroon of a possible increase in the prices of petroleum products. This follows the pressure which is being mounted on the government of Cameroon by the International Monetary Fund, the IMF, which is asking the government of Cameroon to stop subsidies on petroleum products. The issues pushed political analysts talking on Sunday's televised program, Glad Response on Equinoxe television, while those of the opposition do not understand the option of the government to subsidize petroleum products, whereas petroleum products is said to be part of products that contribute highly to Cameroon's gross domestic products, where the GDP. And so those of the ruling CPDM political party on their part think that it is strategic subsidizing petroleum products. They fear that an increase in petroleum products will also see an increase in the cost of transportation, which in turn will see an increase in the prices of basic commodities affecting Cameroonians. He placed the argument that it is important for the government of Cameroon to try to see how it can negotiate with the International Monetary Fund, either to stop the subsidies on petroleum products partly, or see how to continue with such subsidies, which according to him is practically strategic for the peace of Cameroonians at every level. It should be recovered. An economist, Edmond Kiati, who spoke to Equinoxe television, indicated that the government of Cameroon has got no choice but to negotiate with the IMF, as a touch or an attempt on petroleum products will cause trouble. Fears of what obtained in Cameroon in 2008, a movement which was provoked by an increase in petroleum products. It's a rainy season across Cameroon that you know already, but just how are Douala city dwellers coping with heavy rains at the time when several neighborhoods get fully inundated with heavy rains, and also at the time when several other neighborhoods get completely cut off from the rest of the city as a result of high floods, is the question that our reporter Annabella tries to answer in this report. He says that every neighborhoods like Bepanda Escalier got severely inundated today, with inhabitants paying the heavy price of the overflows recorded across the her report.
Bepanda Saint-Canto-de Escalier. The rainy season is approaching and the local inhabitants are aware. They are getting ready to push back floods, which are inevitable when the rains intensify. The young people of the area are forced to fill up certain parts of their houses with gravel, so running water doesn't cause inundation in the coming months. This guy explains that they are doing this to prepare for the real rainy days, because it is usually a catastrophe when it rains heavily. It's holidays and grandchildren are on vacation. This grandma adds that during the rainy season, they are obliged to carry all household equipment to a safer place where they spend the entire season. Floods at Bepanda Petit Vouvry is caused principally by blocked gutters and the absence of a proper drainage system. The locals lament that if the bridge being constructed by the military along the Bonabu stretch could be completed soonest, only then may they heave a sigh of relief whenever the rainy season is approaching.
And I will take you from the littoral up north Cameroon to the far north region, where inhabitants of Motori subdivision, a locality situated some 50 kilometers from the town of Garwa, where in the north and not the far north region of Cameroon, say they continue to live in heightening insecurity. Their concerns were presented to the senior divisional officer who came to the area to install a new traditional ruler. The Lamido at the same time is said to be the president of the Upper Nyon High Court, that's in the east region of Cameroon. We have details with Malak Glory in the following report.
Robbery, theft, kidnappings for ransom, and conflicts among farmers has been the order of the day in Motorua subdivision in the town of Garwa, the north region of Cameroon. In the past few months, the people live in absolute fear. Thieves break into my house, they forced into my warehouse and took away everything. Right now, even at 5 p.m, I can't sleep in my own house. Several challenges presented to the new Lamido of Motorua, Amadou Aminu Kajeri. The senior divisional officer of Mayo Kane were presiding over the ceremony, calls on the local authorities to promote peace, social cohesion and harmony amongst the people.
Majesté, soyez lance.
His Royal Majesty, you are the strength of your people. People of Motorua, the man you came out today in great number to celebrate will need your support to achieve his mission. Help him to help you.
Aura besoin de votre soutien, de votre collaboration.
The newly installed Lamido calls for close collaboration from his subjects for the development of the community.
Le chef traditionnel est un guide.
A traditional ruler is one who accompanies his people and gets help from his elite in order to realize development projects of the community. Amadou Aminu Kajiri, the 18th Lamido of his dynasty and president of Upper Nyon Divisional High Court, East region of Cameroon was designated by his notables following a council meeting.
That was Malagbori reporting on the situation in Motowa, a subdivision in the north region of Cameroon. That's in Mayokane division of the north region of Cameroon. We shall be coming back to another story compiled on the heightening insecurity part of Cameroon subsequently. But time for us to take you to the southwest region of Cameroon, to Nguti subdivision, where ex-students of Nguti have converged in a general assembly that also provided an occasion for the students to see how to better the situation of the alma mater, but also to better the general situation of Nguti, one of the hardest hit subdivisions in terms of the insecurity rocking the northwest and southwest English-speaking regions of Cameroon. Remember that Nguti is in the Kupema-Ninguba division of the southwest region. Derek Jato is the man of that story.
They are ex-students, and this is the story of their alma mater.
Grammar School Nguti was created by late President Ahijo in November 1979. We had just had our first school by then, and that's the call interview, and we went. In fact, they asked us only 2 questions. Did you pass the first school? You say yes. Do you have somebody with whom you have to stay in Nguti? You say yes. You have passed. You are qualified to go to Grammar School Nguti. That's how we started from 1 in January 1980.
In January, not September.
No, but we're happy. The school was created in November. And the powerful minister and father who had by then in Nguti, Honorable Zwekaki, could not have stayed for the school to start in September 19. We must have missed 1 year. So he organized, as a minister he organized, and the school has to take on in January. So we did 2 terms in Form 1 instead of 3.
And what were you then?
Let me tell you, I was class prefect. We started from 180 of us, from 1A and B. I was prefect for class A. I had a class list. I still have that list in my box till today.
Thank you very so much.
I'm not feeling about Grammar School, but I don't know whether we are in a haste.
And that was the objective of this first ever meeting of ex-students of Government Secondary School Nguti in Kupema-Ninguba division of the southwest region of Cameroon, looking back for the future by reconnecting for a better GSS Nguti,
which tells you of unity and empowerment.
Reconnecting the past to the future.
See to what extent we can contribute.
How we can develop our alma mater.
Actually, Nguti built us in so many ways.
And also present was Mr. Tungwe Francis, the first teacher of Government Secondary School Nguti. He also came with his own memories.
In those days, I used to use stones and canes to touch people. I think the lashes have given a great impetus for each type of people to manage from Nguti.
Government Secondary School Nguti, too, like any other school in the southwest region, has also been a victim of the armed conflict in the region. And as these ex-students line up developmental project for Government Secondary School Nguti, they should also think on how to contribute first for peace to return in a region that has known no peace for 5 years now.
Rijato reporting it should be recalled that the students, though concerned about the situation of their alma mater, Government Secondary School, Nguti, could not meet in Nguti subdivision. They had to meet in Buya, chieftain of the southwest region, advancing the insecurity, threatening the peace and stability of Nguti as a major issue. And the insecurity is not only reigning within the Kupema-Ninguba division, it is also disturbing Fako division in most parts. This is why the senior divisional officer for the Fako division, Ngamba Ledu, cautions security officials working within the Fako division, especially the Fako divisional headquarters of Limbe, to step up efforts to maintain security. He was speaking during an Epaulette Award ceremony covered by a reporter in Limbe, Davison Maimo.
The catching point in the medal and Epaulette Award of the Cameroon Defense and Security Forces that took place at the Rapid Intervention Battalion base in Limbe was that of 2 young commission officers, one with an amputated leg and the other with bad legs. All injuries sustained in the line of duty, defending the green, red, yellow, promoted from Lance Corporal to Corporal. 2 officers, one from the Air Force and the other from the National Marine, promoted to senior officers, and a sub-officer from the National Gendarmerie promoted to the rank of an officer. 36 non-commissioned officers were also promoted to sub-officers in their different ranks and files, while 28 non-commissioned officers from the different defense and security unit in Limbe were decorated, making a total of 64 epaulettes awarded.
I just want to thank God, thank you, and my family also. Thank you.
It's not easy achieving this rank of a sergeant, which is second med. Before 10 years in service, it's not been easy. So I'm very, very grateful.
The ceremony presided at by the senior divisional officer for FACO, Ngamba Emmanuel Odu, saw 3 senior officers, including the commander of the B base in Limbe, Colonel Bellinger Henry Ludwig, knighted as officers of the Cameroon Order of Merit, Cameroon Order of Agriculture, and Cameroon Order of Public Force. 43 medals of merit of the forces of law and order was equally awarded to some deserving officers, giving a total of 50 medals in recognition of their hard work. The event, under strict military procedures, ended with a march past from the different contingent drawn from the National Gendarmerie, the B, and the Marines.
And pineapple farmers in Lum in the Mungo division of the Littoral region are pointing accusing fingers on what they qualify as an exaggerated increase in the prices of fertilizers. They say this increase in the prices of fertilizer, which is a strategic input in their activity, is also hampering their effective production. Consequently, has seen a drastic reduction in pineapple produced in the town of Lum. We have details with Equinoxe in the following report.
These pineapple growers in Lum Mungo division of the Littoral region say they cannot see clearly or understand where their investments and sweat go to for some time now, as they are unable to maximize income. I have been in this activity for 12 years now. I have hectares of land, but today I can no longer grow pineapples on them because of the exaggerated hike in prices of fertilizers and other chemical inputs.
Tout ça, on va faire comment? On ne peut pas s'en sortir. Tous les producteurs qui ont de l'eau, donc sont plus chers.
The little harvested is still bought very cheap. A buyer refuses to afford this sizable pineapple at the cost of over 300 francs. At first, we sell these at 600 francs. Today, at 300, we gain nothing. We only give it away so that it does not decay. According to the farmers, the situation is aggravated by the persistent Anglophone crisis. Before, we used to sell to traders in the northwest and southwest regions, but with the insecurity, we sell only in Douala and Yaoundé.
Tu ne pars même plus à Douala, tu le vends, tu gagnes même tes 10 francs par fruit et tu trouves ton compte. La crise anglophone.
In Bamenda, I used to sell this pineapple at 1,000 or 800 francs. Today, I can't even go there.
Même maintenant, ne parvient plus à partir.
They blame the government for not helping matters at all.
L'État nous a bloqués, nous les producteurs, nous les acheteurs, petits commerçants. Nous tous nous sommes bloqués.
Their wish is that
mais ce que nous demandons, c'est que l'État nous vienne en appui.
Government sets in to subsidize prices of the fertilizers and other inputs to encourage them produce on a large scale.
Equinoxe has a reporting there on the challenges of pineapple farmers in the town of Lum, that's in the Mungo of the Littoral region of Cameroon. They are not only rendered frustrated by the increase in the prices of strategic input fertilizers, but also rendered helpless by the armed conflicts that continue to disturb life in the northwest and southwest regions of Cameroon. Most of their clients were in Bamenda in the northwest region and parts of the southwest region, as they indicated in that report. Time for us to talk something else. We indicated at the start of this newscast that a renewable energy expert is calling on African leaders to step up efforts to promote sustainable energy. He says the economic and environmental benefits of renewable energy are very significant and will go a long way to enhance business activities and the preservation of the ecosystem. He was speaking to Equinoxe television after the G7 leaders summit took place, an important decision in a prospective angle, as Babila Jonathan tells us in the following report. And before we go to sports, we're talking about something else. Remember, we're going to be having updates on the Africa Cup of Nations, the Africa Female Cup of Nations, which is ongoing in Morocco, North Africa. But just before the sports report, we're talking about a renewable energy expert who is urging African leaders to consider putting in more effort in order to promote sustainable energy production. He says the economic and environmental benefits of renewable energy are significant and will go a long way to enhance business activities and the preservation of the ecosystem. He was speaking to Equinoxe after the G7 leaders took place. Unfortunately, we shall not be having fact reports in the course of this newscast. But now it's time for us to talk female African football. Yes, it is being displayed in the northern African country of Morocco. Call it the Kingdom of Morocco. Cameroon will again be on the field of play for its second outing. Remember that on the first outing, Cameroon had a 1-0 tie or a 0-0 tie with their first opponent, and Cameroon's indomitable Lionesses are preparing ahead of their second match, the second game of the Women Africa Cup of Nations against Togo. The Lionesses of Cameroon, it should be noted, must win Togo in order to secure their chances of qualifying to the next round of the competition. Sportman Jikan Gabriel has the rest of the story.
On paper, the indomitable Lionesses of Cameroon are better placed to beat the indomitable Lionesses who have played in all Women's Africa Cup of Nations competition, are more experienced than their Togolese ranked Sparrowhawks of Togo started the tournament in a frustrating manner